Hello my dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel for the next video. In this video we'll see that Enterprise Java Practical 1C. The practical is that create a registration servlet in Java using JDBC. Accept the details such as username, password, emails and the country from the user using HTML form and store the registration details in the database. So kindly be with this video till the end. Please like the video and share with the others so that the others will get benefit. So let's start with the practical. So we'll open this NetBeans. So first of all, open this with NetBeans to perform the practical. First of all, we'll create the new program. So we'll go to File, then New Project. Then from categories, we'll select that Java Wave. So Java Wave, then Web Application, then Next. We'll write down the practical, the name of the practical. So this Enterprise Java Practical 1C. Okay, this is the name of the practical. Then next, click on next. Again from this framework, we don't want to select any framework. Then click on the finish button. So that HTML form is opened, right? So as you have seen, like we have to store the username, then user age, then email and the country we have to select, so that the information which we want to store, the informations are like as I will show you the informations. Okay, so this the information, these are the informations. We have to select this username, then we have to select this user age. Okay, then we have to select this email, then we have to select this country. Okay, so these are the three informations we have to store in the table. So I will create the table, then you know that user table, right? So we'll create the user table. Table name is user. Okay, and these are the three four informations that should be added to the table. Okay, so that so first of all we'll go we'll create the database, and then we have to add the values. Okay, so for creating the database we should go to services. So this is you know that servlet application. So first of all we'll open the service servers, click on that servers, then right click on the Glassview server, then start the Glassview server. So just wait till that server will not be opened. So we'll check that the server will be open just now. Yeah, so now it is open. Now we have to create that so now we have to you know that first of all we are creating we are using that MySQL. So first we have to you know that connect this MySQL server. So right click and connect. That the password is root, so we'll provide the server right password root. I can already see you can see here that the server name is localhost and the port number is 3306. Username is root and the password is also root. So that click on OK. Now you can see this that MySQL server is already open. Now we'll use this you know that we'll create the database. So we'll create the database. I will create the database user database, right? So after creating the user database, as you can see under the user that database is added here. Here you can see here, right? So again this database I should connect here. So this user database is connected. Okay, now under the driver that the database is added here, here you can see that user database is added here. So you have to connect this, right click, and you can say it is connected. So we can just explore it to create the table. So here that user database, under the user database I can create the table as a user, right? So I can create the table, the name of the table is user. Okay, so I'll write down the name of the table, and as you can see here that the values which are, so these are the values. Okay, so values you can see here, this username, user is, email, and the country. So add the first column, then I will write here user name, then it is a character, so we'll write the size of the database. Then the second column, you know that it is written here this user age, right? So you can add the second column, then you age, it will be an integer. Okay, so you can write it is integer. Then the third column, then email. Okay, so write down the email, make it a varchar, so use it a varchar, make it 20. Okay, then one more column, that is a country, so here country, character, the size is 20. Okay, and these are the only four columns for this particular table, user table. So if we don't want to create add new columns, so we'll click on OK button. So only four columns are there, your name, your age, then email, and the country. So just click on OK button. So this table is added under this database, as you can see here. Another thing, we have to just create the blank table, because the question is we have to insert the value from the GUI, so that when we press insert the value to the GUI, the value will be added to the database. Now we have to create the GUI as per the requirements. If you go there, the GUI, you know, this is one input, so this is one text box, right? So this is one text box white, so these are the different text boxes which we require. This is another text box for the input, this is another text box for the input, right? If you want to use another for the country, either I can also use the drop down, so you can use the text box, or I can use here drop down, so I can write the drop down list. Okay, and then the button. Okay, so these are the these are the GUI which will be used for creating the database, this GUI. Now first of all, I will before writing this code, I will go to the HTML page, right? So you know that we have to create the form, right? So form action. Now form action, we have to provide that the name of this particular database, that's a servlet page. Okay, so I will find out the practical, that is Enterprise Java Practical 1C, right? So under this we'll go to source package, we'll create the source servlet page, right? New, then the servlet page. Okay, I will write here database, or you can say the server in the database. Okay, so this is a servlet database. Then I will I can write here my pack as a database, this package name. So the class servlet name is servlet underscore database, then the package is my pack. Then you have to click on the next button. So click on the next button, then select this, add this web.xml file, and click on the finish button. So now we have created that file, that is servlet page. So the name of the servlet page is servlet_database. So this will be used, so I can copy this, and I can use the under this. Yeah, so this is the name of the servlet page. This is the name of the servlet page, and then we will use the method. That method is the post method. So right control space bar, this method is the post method. Okay, I will close it. So select the form and close the form. Right, so for the new line I can use that break line sentence, so I can use here that we are okay. Then, as I have told you that for the name, age, and the email, so for that using that name, I will be, this is the input type. So here input type equal to text, input type equal to text, then name equal to username, and then name equal to username. Okay, now you can close it, and then also use this line break here. Okay, so this is for the first the input text box. I can select, I can copy it. Okay, so this is second one, third one, right? So the second one is the age. So this is age, this is email, this is age, this is email. So I can write here user age, and then user email, and then as I have told that for the country I will be using the drop down list. So for country I will be using drop down list. Okay, so I will be using drop down list. So that we have to use that select and then the operation. So select, then we have to select name, whatever the operation. So that we can give the user country, we can, so user country we can give here, you can increase it. So this is select tab open and the select tab close. Okay, so different options we have to choose, right? So that this is that command tag is this option. So option, close it. So this is India. We can write this different yeah. So this is, I can write here India, that is the first step. For example, that France, I will be writing here, I'll be writing Russia, are you know that South Korea I can use here, that South Korea. If you want to add, you can add one more. So South Korea, and then you can add here the Japan. So this is the drop down list. I can check here. So this is user database. I have finished this HTML form, so I can check this form by clicking the run file, right click. Okay, so but still something is remaining because you know that we have to add one more button, so that others are ready here, that name, age, email, and that country which we have added here. So we have to add you know that button is also here. So I can write here import type equal to submit, then submit, and then if you want to put the button, so that value, if you want to write here the value, you can just I can write a store submit, I can say no issues. So write a submit here, you close it. Okay, now run it again. You can say that so one more button is added here, so I can okay, so this is line breaking. Now we'll have all the 4 fields, that the name, age, email, country, and the button submit. We'll go to this solid page, whatever code is required. Okay, this I will be removing the other codes which is not required. Okay, as I have told in that previous video, whatever we will type, it should be written under this try catch block. So first just make under this try catch block. Yeah, so try cannot be written without catch block, so this catch block exception A. Okay, then that body of this particular catch blocks, so out dot println. Okay, this E. Okay, so these are the you know that try block and the catch block, right? First thing we have to do that registration, you know that we have to provide the input. So we have to take the input from the different, so we have to declare the variables, and all are the string type. So first string, okay, so a string, for example, then I can say that a equal to, and then for getting the input, so the method is request dot get parameter. So request dot get parameter, this is request dot get parameter string name, right? So the first variable name is username. Okay, so write down that user name, put the semicolon. So there are 4 variables, so simply just copy it and paste it. Okay, I will change the variable. So the second variable, that is v, and here I am taking that input at user age. Then ab, the third variable I will be creating at cc. I will be using here user email, and then the fourth one is I will be writing here d. Okay, and then I can take user country. So these are the 4 inputs, because we have to transfer the data from that GUI to this particular part. Okay, now the next part, we have to register the driver. So what we'll do, we will go for the driver registration. So this driver registration, right? So this is com dot this class dot for name. So class dot for name, this is the MySQL driver. So we have to go to the services, go to services, then we'll go to the particular driver. This is the driver which is called as user. Right click, properties, and this driver class. So you have to select the driver class, that is okay. I will be writing here, copy and paste. Okay, now what I will do, I will right click, run file. This check if driver is registered successfully or not. If not, then you can see there is an error with this class not found, means there is a driver registration error. Means we have to add the driver library for the driver registration. We go to project, we go to file, under the file there is a library, we have to click on the right click out to the library, add library, right? And from here we have to select this MySQL JDBC driver. Select the JDBC driver, MySQL JDBC driver, click on add library, and just wait, the driver will be registered. Now you can check here if driver registered. So what I can do here, I will write here out dot println. Okay, so put the semicolon here. Driver registered. Simply right click and run file. Now you can see here the first step is done properly. Then we have to go for the database connection. So we'll go for the database connection. So that the database connection is we create the connection. So connection, then connection object. Yeah, so connection, then the connection object equal to driver. So driver manager, we have to use the driver manager dot get connection, right? So this is we are creating the connection through this driver connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection. Then here we'll write the database URL for the MySQL. So again we'll go back to this services, then right click on the driver, then properties, and then from here you have to select this database URL, right? Copy and paste. Okay, so here you know that till the database you have to use it. So the database name is user here for this particular driver, and from IPC the user user is root, and the password is also root. Put the semicolon at the end. So this is the step number 2 for the driver this database connection. Okay, I can also check if database registered successfully or not. So what I will do, I will just do it you know that database connected. You can write here database connected. Connected. So right click, and you can check the second step also. So you can see here that database, that driver registered as well as the database connected both. We are creating that you know that statement. So the third step is we have to create this statement. There are two types of statements. One is three types of statements. We are using that statement, normal statement, then the prepared statement, and that callable statement. So here I'll be using that prepared statement. So control space bar, prepared statement. You can see here the prepared statement. Then I will use this object of this prepared statement. Then ps equal to no, the connection object will be used to you know that connect this create this statement. Control space bar, you can see the con dot. There is a statement that the prepare statement, and in the bracket it is written as a string call. So select it, and you have to you know that you have to insert the value, because we are providing the data from the database from the GUI. So you have to write down the command for inserting the value. Okay, so right here insert into the table name is user here, so user values. Okay, see we have to insert the value, so that you have to you know that make the blank form. So right here this question mark 1, then again you have to put the question mark for the second data, you have to put the question mark for the third one, and again you have to put the question mark for the fourth value. So these are the 4 column we have to add. So we will add this question mark for all the values. So it will be added one by one. Now the next thing is that it should either we can use that out.println statement for printing the value. Either if I want to insert, then we have to, there are two methods, one is getString and one is setString. GetString, whenever we are you know we are fetching the data, and setString if you want to set the data, if you want to display the data. So you can use it ps that is the statement object dot, as I told you, setString. So you have to write down the setString, that is the setString control space bar, right? So setString here we will be using here like the first column value here. So that column value, or you can again I will show you this control space bar. Just a minute. setString, yeah, The first one is the column value and the second one is the variable. So these are the first variable one is, that is a. Okay, so I will be writing here a. Then second column, so same thing for that ps dot set string, that is you can see here that the int call parameter index and the string index, right? So this is enter, that is 2, right? This is 2 and the variable is b. Okay, so that will be copied for the first Control C, Control V, Control V. Okay, then the third column, then the fourth column, right? The fourth variable is C and the fifth one is D. As you can see here, there are 4 variables I have taken here: A, B, C and D. A for the username, then B for the user age, that C for the user email, and D for that user country. Okay, so that the value will be set, so it will be stored where in the database. Now you have to check, because whenever we are using that this result set object, so if you are inserting the value, if you are deleting the value, if you are updating the value, so the method will be used as execute update. So it will check after each information. So what I will write here, I will declare that one variable int I, then we'll use that ps dot execute updates. So I will be using here execute update for every value. Okay, and again it will check the condition if, right? So if it will check the condition if I is greater than 0, so it will check the value if I is greater than 0, then it should print out dot print ln, that I can write here, you have successfully registered in table. Put this semicolon here. So put the semicolon here. Now I can see that we have finished this coding, that the first 4 line for this is for the username, right? This is for the user age, then this is for the user email, then this is for the user country. Okay, then plus this is your driver registration, com.mysql.jdbc.driver. This is the connection, then connection con equal to driver manager.get connection. This is JDBC :mysql :/localhost :3306. Here that user is the database, and that root and the root username and password. And then we are creating we are that we have to insert the data into the table. So here prepared statement, then this prepared statement object equal to con.prepared statement, and this is we have to insert the data. And if there are 4 columns, and then you have to write down the 4 question marks for inserting the value. Okay, and there are 2 methods. One is get string get and one is set. Get means whenever we fetch the data, and set means whenever we that display set to the table, right? So here these are the for the first row column, for the second column, for the third column, for the fourth column. And again I am writing here that int a is equal to ps.execute update. So what it will do, every time whenever the value will be inserted, it will update every time, and it will check if I is greater than 0, it will print the value that you have registered successfully registered in the table. I have used this right, so I can remove it. Okay, so now you can check the servlet page. Just wait for the output. Okay, you can see here that you have successfully registered in the table. Okay, so that means a query, that query executed, but the question is we have not inserted through the database. So what we'll do, we will go to the services, we will go to the table, we will check the table. There will be blank value. You can see here there is a null value. I will go there, I will check here. You can see here that these are the null values because we have not inserted through the GUI. Okay, now we'll go to GUI, we'll run the project. Okay, now I will run the project. Okay, I will write here the name Sandeep, age, then email, gmail.com. Okay, submit. I have submitted one value. Okay, you have successfully registered in the table. Now you can go back to the services. You can go to services, you can go to table, you can right click and you can see this. Okay, so you can see here that data have just insert Sandeep null, right? So age, that is 40, then the email I have written here, that the country I have written here, which is added. So now I can insert some more values. I will go back to this project. Okay, I will insert. Okay, I'm submitting the second value. I will write another value here. Okay, that I will be writing here this okay, I can add one more value here. Rahul, then I can use the gmail.com. okay, South Korea, submit. So that we can have this value. And then okay, so these are the values which we have added. Okay, and every time you know that you are getting that output and you have successfully registered in the table. Now we'll go to the table. We will see that you can see here that the table which is that the data which has been added. Okay, so that you have seen that we are inserting the data, that the data is added to the table. So this is the program through the GUI where we can insert the value, and that should be registered to the database. So this is the program. So kindly like the video, share the video. Thank you.